Russia's growing military activity continues to increase tensions with the U.S. Now a New York Times report reveals a new cause for concern. Russian submarines are aggressively operating near the underwater cables that carry almost all global internet communications. U.S. military officials say the worst-case scenario is that the Russians would cut the cables in parts that are especially hard to access, severing instant communication for the West. As the Times points out, these cables carry the lifeblood of global electronic communications and commerce. Some financial institutions even settle transactions on them every second. And the cables transport worldwide business worth more than $10 trillion a day. They also carry more than 95% of daily communications around the world. The commander of the U.S. Navy's submarine fleet in the Pacific told the paper, "I'm worried every day about what the Russians may be doing." Military officials say the level of activity they're seeing from the Russians is comparable to what they saw in the Cold War, and they wouldn't put it past the Russians to resort back to Cold War tactics. Admiral Mark Ferguson, the commander of American naval forces in Europe, says that Russia is using a mix of conventional force, special ops missions, and new 21st century strategies. He says this involves the use of space, cyber, information warfare, and hybrid warfare designed to cripple the decision-making cycle of the alliance. With that in mind, Pentagon officials worry the cables are the perfect covert target. According to the Times, the Department of Homeland Security lists their landing areas at the top of its list of critical infrastructure, making these undersea cables and the extremely important information they carry a potential new front in Russia's aggressive expansion of power. Caitlin Burke, CBN News.